Welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. Welcome, 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 people from all over the world, from Indonesia, from Taiwan, and whoever will come later on this meeting. I would like to warmly welcome you to our club meeting. And today is a special meeting because this is the last meeting in the fasting month where we meet at 3 p.m. GMT plus 7 instead of our regular time slot at 6 p.m. GMT plus 7. And before we roll on with the meeting, I would like to invite you to enjoy the screen and to see the SAA housekeeping rules.
The volume is so low. Can you make it louder? Okay. Okay. Quiet here. Hold this down. Okay, cool. The sound is coming.
All right, hope you're ready for the meeting. And to open this meeting, I would like to welcome our club president, distinguished Toastmaster Pipit Andriani. Please give her a warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Natalie, for playing our SAA video. And I know really well that other clubs are so jealous of our video, right? So this is very our signature video, right? So thank you so much for that. And then welcome everyone to our meeting today on 7th of April. Today is the last weekend before Lebaran. And it's a long holiday. Anyone going somewhere? No one? No, at home? Staycation? Okay. I don't know about Lynn, if she knows about this context. There will be Islamic holiday called Idul Fitri in Indonesia, which will be happening on Wednesday, but people have the whole week holiday. Most people have the whole week holiday starting from yesterday, and they will go home and see their family, things like that. And that is actually related to our theme today, forgive and forget. Because usually during Lebaran, people forgive each other, right? And then we call it minal aidin wal faizin, meaning, forgive me for all my mistakes in simple terms. So, but unfortunately, although we forgive, sometimes we don't forget. So today the theme is actually the opposite. We try to forgive and forget at the same time, and hopefully we will learn a little bit of something about that topic. Because Rendra is our table topic master, is known to have very informational questions related to the topic usually. So let's see what will happen later. So thank you so much, and hereby I declare the Bhinneka Toastmaster meeting open. Yes. Right, now I will ask our Tom, this is Toastmaster of the meeting, aka the MC of the meeting, to take over from this point. Please welcome our Toastmaster of the meeting, distinguished Toastmaster Natalie.
Thank you, our club president, BTM Pipit. Again, warm welcome to Lynn, who comes from Taiwan. I don't know what time it is in Taiwan right now. Maybe you can write it in the chat box so we can get updated. And welcome also to Linda, who's connecting from Bandung, and all our members of Bhinneka. So if this is your first time in Bhinneka, you might be wondered, why does it call Bhinneka? Pipit and I, also together with two of our friends, when we founded this online club, we have a vision to connect people in remote areas in Indonesia so that they can have an online Toastmaster experience. Usually, when people wants to join Toastmasters back before pandemic, they can only come to a place where that area has Toastmaster meeting. And to open the Toastmasters club, you need at least 20 people. Now we understand that not many people have that privilege, so that's our vision. And since 2020, December 1st until now, we've been going on for about 3.5 years. So I think it's pretty an achievement in itself to run a voluntary non-profit organization for 3.5 years. And we don't even get paid. We even pay for membership now. That's something. And today's topic, as your Toastmaster of the meeting or your MC for today's meeting, today's topic is like what Pipit said, it's forgive and forget. I resonated a lot with what Pipit said. My dad actually told me, Natalie, forgive always, but remember, so you learn from the mistakes. So it's not easy for us to forgive and forget, and I think that's pretty human. Member have a chance to practice their public speaking, communication, and also leadership skills by doing one of the projects from Toastmaster International Learning Management System. They have different levels, and we call the system pathways. And our member today, Daisy, she will be doing one of the projects so that you can have an idea what it looks like. The second session is where all guests and also fellow members can participate. We call it table topic session. It is patented by Toastmasters International, the term table topic, but basically it refers to impromptu speech session where you need to learn to think on your feet. And today's we have Toastmaster Marendra Dika, or we call him Rendra, who will be the table topic master, aka the MC for that session. He will give you a topic related to our general theme of the meeting today, forgive and forget, and you will have 1 to 2 minutes to respond to that topic. You can say you agree, you disagree, you can tell a story, you can do whatever you want as long as you speak for 1 to 2 minutes. And last but not least, we have the heart of Toastmasters, the evaluation session, where speech evaluator, general evaluator, and technical role players will give their feedback on how the meeting is run and conducted. Now, we call this evaluation session the breakfast of champion. Why? Because from evaluation and feedback, we can learn and we can grow. And for that, I would like to introduce the general evaluator of today's meeting, distinguished Toastmaster Pipit Andriani, and she will also introduce her team member, which is basically just the timer, grammarian, and Zoom master, myself. So please welcome Toastmasters Pipit.
Thank you so much.
Actually, Pipit
Toastmaster.
should be sharing her forgive and forget case.
I will be sharing a
and
lot.
It will be fair for all of us, right?
30 minutes. Just kidding. No. Okay, so just like everyone, I think it's too personal to talk about people we find it hard to forgive, right? But about forgetting is also controversial because a lot of people would say forgive but not forget, forgiven not forgotten. There are a lot of songs, a lot of movies, a lot of literature inspired by this quote. However, there's also a recent finding for me is that they said it's better you forget and be happy rather than you remember and be sad, basically. So if that is the choice, if you remember or ruminating on this event from time to time, then makes you sad, it's actually better to forget and then be happy. As long as the lesson that you said, everyone said that we take lessons out of it, will be permanent in our brain. We don't even have to keep remembering these moments, but these lessons that we learned all throughout life hopefully are permanent, already wired in our brain. So we actually don't have to worry about ruminating. The word ruminating is really important because that's when you, for example, you drive on the way somewhere and have no nothing particularly in your minds, and you got reminded about that day when blah blah blah. You know, that is ruminating, and we have to avoid doing that because that is not productive. And also, that's like the labyrinth of pain I heard from a movie. Yeah. So yes. Okay. So that's what we mean as forgive and forget. It's not forgetting the lesson, but actually probably stop from trying to remember about that particular unpleasant event. Okay. But yes, everyone is struggle to forgive someone else, including the people we cannot forgive. Including the people we cannot forgive, there's got to be someone else who hurt them, and they cannot forgive too, and hard to forgive. So yeah, it's a universal struggle to try to forgive someone, particularly those who are close to us, just like Linda. The closer the person to us is, the painful it is. The experience, more painful is the experience, because we have expectations, right? So if strangers hurt us, we probably can understand because, well, the person doesn't know me, right? I'm just a stranger in the train, something like that. But if the person is close to us, we have a certain expectation that the person would never hurt us, and that makes it even more hurtful. Okay, so that is from me. Now I'm the GE, General Evaluator. I don't know whether it's breakfast for the champion because right now it's 3:30 p.m. There's no way in hell this is breakfast, but we'll try our best. Okay, and then this evaluation team, we have several people. Usually it's held by different people. I have my niece here. And then the first one is our grammarian, and the grammarian will be myself. And then today's keyword is actually forgive or forget. You can say either one of them. And because this is such a everyday words, I don't think you need a definition for it, right? And then the way to put it in sentence, I think everyone did it just now during their particular session. But that is the keyword for the day: forgive and forget. Try to use that in your speech later. And I will take note of interesting expressions, also the one that I think needs to be improved and things like that. Okay, so that is the grammarian's job. The next one is accounter. So Rendra volunteered to be the accounter. Please explain your job, Rendra.
Okay, GE and President and Grammarian Pipit. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Why I volunteering myself? Because it is important to those, especially Linda and Lynn. You need to know that there's a job as an accounter. So I'll be sharing a slide that I love the most. Share screen. I am sharing the screen. Can you see this, ladies?
Yes.
You see this, ladies. So we have Natalie, Pipit, Rendra, Linda, Lynn, and Daisy. What I'm going to do to count your so, yeah, what, now, but, until you know, those are considered as lexical. What does it mean? Well, actually, if you are not using those words, the essential meaning of your sentence is just the same. And at the right side, we have repeated word, elongated word like I am, something like that, and something like things that apparently, if you are not using those non-lexicals, your sentence will be, the meaning of your sentence will be the same. Where most of that, if you are using non-lexical, it will disturb your sentence. Somebody else will hard to grab the message that you would like to deliver. So basically, I will be counting this, and I'll give the report when the GE asks me to report these slides to you. So you already know what I'll be counting. Do as best as you can to avoid those lexicals and non-lexicals. By doing this, I give the control back to GE. GE, time's yours. Stop share.
Thank you so much for the explanation, Rendra. It looks very complicated, people, but it's really not. In the end of the day, we need to be reminded if we make unnecessary sounds that do not contribute anything to our speech. Just like that particular furniture, if you remove that furniture, no one will notice, something like that. Okay, so that is also the disturbing sounds in our speech. So he will report it at the end of the meeting. Next one is our timer. Today's timer is actually Daisy, but during Daisy's speech, wait, I don't have the background, but Natalie maybe later can send it to me, please, so I can be the timer for Daisy. Okay, thank you. So Daisy, please explain your role.
All right, so thank you so much. I will be serving as a timer, and my duty and responsibility as a timer is to record your speaking time length. As we know together that in our life, time management is really crucial, right? So it is not only crucial in our Toastmaster Club meetings, but also in real life. Therefore, at today's meeting, we are going to exercise how to perform an efficient and effective time management. In doing my work, I will be assisted by my timer on my phone, and then there will be some colorful Zoom background that I will use to indicate the time, like red, yellow, and green.
Can you please show it, Daisy, by the way?
Yeah, sure. I should it. Okay, so here it is. This is the green, the yellow, and then the red. So it is a signal of the speaker time lag. Yeah. So for example, in prepare speech, the speaker should talk not more than 7 minutes. In table topic master, please ensure that you shouldn't speak more than 2 minutes. And for the last one, the evaluator, remember that your speak should be under 3 minutes. Actually, after this assigned time, 7 minutes, 2 and 3 minutes, you still have like the additional 30 seconds to give you more time to wrap up your speech. So actually, if red in the Zoom background, it is time for you to wrap up your talk. Therefore, that's all from me. And at the end of the meeting, I will record the time to the group. Thank you. Back to you, Grammarian.
Yes, thank you so much. And then later on, I will replace Daisy when she's speaking, so she will not have to time herself. Okay. So later, if you have a chance to speak, please pay attention to Daisy's background. Now, next one is our Zoom Master. We don't have Zoom Master today, but it's easy because in Zoom, we have a speaker's view feature video. I don't know if Natalie knows this.
Yes.
You did, right?
So
So
because
in
6 of us today,
Yeah.
I don't have to spotlight or highlight
Yeah,
anyone.
yeah.
It will automatically pop up.
Okay, so we don't need a Zoom Master manually today, so it's fine. However, I will be the ballot counter because we have table topic session later and with 6 of us speaking. So I will share a Google form where you can choose who is your most favorite table topic speaker. Okay, so that is my job as the ballot counter. All right, so that is everyone in the evaluation team. There will be Natalie will be the speech evaluator, but she will be introduced at the last session later. Okay, so that is it from me. I'll return the control to the Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you, our GE, DTMP Pit. And now it's time for us to start the first session, the prepared speech session. Toastmaster Desi, would you mind to change your background into like a normal one? Because that's like the green for the timer, so that we don't get confused. And today we have Toastmaster Daisy Batunan as our one and only speaker. I will be evaluating her. This is her second speech. The project is titled Writing a Speech with Purpose. The time is 5 to 7 minutes. And the purpose of this project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Daisy wrote in the speech purpose statement that she aims to inform the audience how the speaker or how herself can finally get her signature Ikigai self. And this presentation also intends to inspire and persuade the audience to revisit and seek their signature Ikigai self. So I will look and listen for a well-organized and well-delivered speech. It can be humorous, informational, or any style that she chooses. With the title, The Art of Paying Attention, Finding Your Signature Ikigai Self. Please welcome Toastmaster Daisy Batunan.
Am I visible and am I audible?
Yes, you are visible and audible.
The simple act of paying attention can take you a long way. Who agrees with this quote? You can raise your hands. My heads up is that you shouldn't always agree, argue, or question about the notion that I'm proposing to you. The art of paying attention to finding your signature Ikigai self is not spectacular or newly invented idea. It is in fact simple idea, but most of the time is overlooked. Dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, driven by life, maybe some of us still wonder to find our signature Ikigai self. Ikigai refers to Japanese philosophies that emphasizes on life purposes supported by these four pillars. Do something you are good at doing it, something you love, something the world needs, and something that you can be paid for. Unfortunately, most of the time, we need to wait until a very long time to finally discover it. We simply forget to pay attention to the tiny little seed inside us, the art of paying attention. The art of paying attention to finding your signature Ikigai self is your concrete effort to reflect your past, link it to your present and future, connects the dot, create meanings out of your lesson learned. First, the art of paying attention refers to your ability to reflect your past and create meaning out of the things you do. Speaking from my very own experience, as a doctorate student, I'm expected to present fresh ideas that can expand the body knowledge of literature. In doing so, I should be able to find out research gap on particular research topic that can contribute or fill in the empirical lacuna. Honestly speaking, in my very first year of doctorate study, I got lost, not knowing what to do. I experienced imposter syndrome and I was indeed in distress. However, I could finally manage to publish 3 articles on telecollaboration in reputable international journal. Speaking from the perspective of the art of paying attention, this does not happen fortnightly. If I try to connect the dots between my past and present, engaging in intercultural communication has been my forte, starting from making friends with foreigners, being a Taoist language consultant for Japanese professor and student, and immersing intensively in speaking online learning communities. Having realized how important intercultural communication has shaped my self-identity, I facilitated my students to experience the same thing by organizing intercultural exchange meeting in collaboration with other English speakers and other English teachers across the globe, more than 30 countries. Later on, without realizing, while perusing on the literature during my doctorate study, I came across that what I had been doing was the so-called telecollaboration. And to my surprise, it is still underrepresented and underexplored in Indonesia context. My takeaway message is that the seed of signature Ikigai self is there within you, inside you. It can be something that you are passionate about, something that you can keep doing without exhausting you, something that you commit and give you contentment beyond material things. Look inside, reflect, create meanings, and find your signature Ikigai self. The second, the art of paying attention lies in paying attention to people that you look up to, the big player in your field. Watch out their ideas, advocacy, masterpieces. Find out who influences these people to come up with these brilliant ideas. One person, a scholar that I look up to, Professor Mambu, advocates critical pedagogy that puts students as the heart of learning instruction and promotes critical dialogue in the classroom. Critical pedagogy is a postulation introduced by Paulo Freire, a Brazilian educator and philosopher. He believes that at the end of the day, the ultimate goal of education should raise student critical consciousness and facilitate them to engage in civic engagement. He criticized the so-called banking model of education. Inspired by their work, reflecting from my very own teaching practice, I realized that I didn't incorporate civic engagement and critical dialogue. Therefore, I organized intercultural exchange meeting in collaboration with other English teachers across the globe to provide my students an opportunity to experience critical dialogue and perform their civic engagement through digital multimodal composing and poster presentation. Look closely to the people that you admire, watch their ideas, incorporate and sharpen your works based on their ideas. All in all, in a nutshell, how do you find your signature Ikigai self? Look inside, reflect, create meanings, and find the seed of your Ikigai self inside you. Look closely to people that you look up to, watch their ideas, and sharpen your works based on their work. The simple act of paying attention can take you a long way. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
All right, all right. And a round of applause for Daisy. I have practiced what you just said because I'm your evaluator, so I'm paying a very close attention to what you have said and performed. And I can't wait to give you some feedback. And I would like to compliment you to also reminded us to understand our purpose and to look close and to look inside. Thank you for sharing that, Toastmaster Daisy. Can I ask Toastmaster Pipit about the timing? Is Daisy eligible?
Yes, 7 minutes exactly.
Awesome. So Daisy is eligible, and since you have no other contestants, you will get the certificate of best speaker for today. Congratulations. Next, we move on to our second session, the impromptu speech session, and I would like to invite the Toastmaster of the table topic masters of this session. Please welcome table topic master Rendra.
Yay! Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom, and thank you, President, for giving me a chance to be a table topic master of today. Well, yes, the theme of today is quite hard, quote unquote. However, I have noticed that all of you ladies, you are an advanced speakers of English. All your skill of English language is above me, and I humble to say that. Okay? However, doing that, you will have a little bit harder questions. And yet, I've noticed we have two guests. Guest will has third or fourth chance. The first and second will be to the member that already know what is the topic all about? Well, apparently I need to explain first. As it's already mentioned by Natalie, it is an impromptu session, which means I give you a questions and you have to respond or answer in 1 to 2 minutes. As simple as that. So find your experience and say it loudly, clearly, vividly. That will help. Deliver it in 1 to 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 30 seconds is okay. More than that, you will be disqualified. What it means? Well, at the end of the sessions, there will be a vote. There will be a vote about the table topic speaker considered as the best of today meeting. So take it lightly. Take it just for fun and enjoy. However, if you can deliver the most, what do you call it? Mellifluous or informative ideas or response, that will be much better. Now, for the first questions, I'll be giving to Natalie. Well, Natalie, ladies and gentlemen, Linda and Lynn, double Lynn. Natalie is one of the best table topic speaker in the entire life of me myself. So by giving her the first question,
The
the
best,
first
not
chance,
one of the best.
one of the what?
The best,
So that's
not
why I
one
said
of the
earlier,
best.
my English is not as best as you, ladies. Okay, now the first question is, Nat, 1 to 2 minutes. What does it means to forgive and forget for your best understanding? What does it mean to forgive and forget for your best understanding? Natalie, Jayadi, 1 to 2 minutes.
I once saw this movie where someone stepped a nail, sorry, not step, hammer a nail on a fence. And when someone else take out that nail, the hole still remains on the fence. That movie reminded me that when we hurt someone, our heart is like that fence that got stabbed by the nail. And even if the nail has been poked out, removed, the heart is still hurting and the hole is still there. Ladies and gentlemen, for me, forgiveness is not just an abstract concept, but it's actually a concept closer to reality. Feeling is fleeting, but with hurt that you had in your heart, whether it's there or not, you know it. The hole is still there on the fence. But I would argue that when we forgive, we're not just letting the hole remains on the fence, but we're trying to fix the fence and we're trying to fill that hole with something else, something that can make it better, make it more beautiful, and also to help it to get back to its original function or purpose. So I believe that even if we want to remember our hurt as that small hole, if we choose to fix it, to work on it, and to help ourselves fix that fence, I think forgiveness is part of that. So when you forgive, you're focusing on trying to fix the hole instead of keeping the hole empty. And with forgetting, my argument is I will remember it. Forgiveness is for myself, and forgetting is also for myself. So I will not make the same mistake and I will not feel the same hurt the second time. Back to you, Rendra.
Yeah, thank you, Natalie. So, ladies and gentlemen, is it right? You can see how Natalie respond my simple questions with a clear but complicated answer, yet easily to be understood. That's the word I would like to say. Now, turn your background to neutral again, Daisy. Okay, now the second questions will go to Pipit. Pipit is a founding mother for this club, ladies. So if you somehow would like to come and bring your friends, especially to those both lean, is bring your friends as many as possible. You can imagine yourself for the next meeting. We are will be very happy. The second question to Pipit is, how does forgiving someone could contribute to personal growth and well-being? How does forgiving someone contribute to personal growth and well-being? Pipit, 1 to 2 minutes. The question is on the chat.
Thank you so much for the questions. Very fitting to our theme today, as expected from Rendra. And I would like to share something about my student has said. So I have a student who is an autistic kid, 16-year-old, but still has a mind like a 10-year-old, I would say. But the student is very smart in terms of he won spelling bee championship and all of these things, but doesn't know how to eat food by himself, something like that. So I have a session with him every Monday afternoon. And then I always look forward to meet him because unexpectedly, I always find something surprising from his responses whenever I give him questions. So one day I asked him about why it is important to forgive someone else, you know, and forgive yourself too, of course, but that time to forgive someone else. And he told me what I wrote in the chat box earlier, although I added the word labyrinth. So he told me that forgiving someone is the only way for us to let go of the pain that the person has caused us. And actually, during the meeting, suddenly I got tears on my eyes. But he didn't know that I was crying because I was touched by his words, because he could not read facial expressions, basically. Usually, he doesn't know when people feel happy or sad, something like that. But I was touched by his words, and I actually agree. So if we want to let go of the pain that other people has caused us, or a certain situation has caused us, the only way out of that labyrinth of pain is by forgiving. And I don't know about forgetting, but I'm pretty sure forgiving is one of the best way to, you know, maintain our well-being. So thank you. That's it.
Yeah. So, Eunice ladies, these two ladies, both Natalie and Pipit, are the founding mother. Where's Natalie? Natalie is somehow off the grid. Apparently, I hope that she will join again. Okay, now Pipit, can you be a timer, because Daisy will answer the third question.
Sure.
Daisy, turn your colors to neutral again, so it will not intimidate me. Just kidding, Daisy. Okay, Daisy, you got a third questions. Lynn, you will be prepared for the fourth questions. The third questions to Daisy is, does forgiving someone mean you have to reconcile with them? Does forgiving someone mean you have to reconcile with them? Daisy, the question is on the chat box. Your time is 1 to 2 minutes.
All right, thank you so much for the question. To address the question, I think it depends. I think it depends on what sort of conflict or fault that somebody has done to you. Like sometimes people can hurt you really bad. It can cause you traumatic past experiences which can destroy or ruin the whole of your life. For that situation, I would say I would prefer not to keep in touch. Like it is okay to say hi, but I would try to set boundaries so that I would not get involved too much with these people because what they have done is so painful and it has ruined my life or somebody's life. But if it is something like for example, your friend offended you or did mistake not in purpose, then I think it's perfectly fine. I mean, I can tolerate, I can still keep in touch, I can even have a good relationship. But for those stuff that really painful and traumatic, I'm very sorry. It's better for me to stay away, set my boundaries, and live on with my own life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, lecture of an English language. That is why your language is so superb. Okay, we have Linda with us now. She apparently joined. Hello, Linda. Welcome home. The next question goes to
Sorry.
Lin from the Taiwan. No problem. I'm happy you are joining again. I'm praying for that. So, Lin, this question to you from the Taiwan. How does forgiveness impact relationship and societal harmony? How does forgiveness impact relationship and societal harmony? Lin, the question on the chat box. 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay. Okay, I'll try my best. How does it affect our societal harmony? I believe it has great impact on our societal harmony, of course, because one thing, once you let things go, it's not in your mind. So even if you see someone who hurt you before, you are not that how to say you are not that painful as before because you have already let things go. So if you see the person who hurt you, and you probably can still say hi to them, and I believe if you smile at that person, they will also smile back at you. Yeah, so it's probably will be another good start, you know, a good start to rebuild the relationship between that person. And I've heard many of you said that it's so not easy to forget things. I really believe that the things are still there. It's impossible for you to forget all of them. But I want to say that if you can let things go, it's no longer important. I can say that if it's not important, you feel peaceful, and again, it's actually very good for your mental health, and also it will be a good start to boost the harmony between people. Okay, I try my
Okay,
best.
thank you, Lin. Wow. Yay! Apparently, Lin responded very clear, vivid, and beautiful. Now, Lin, I am expecting you will bring all your friends from Taiwan to join our clubs because we would like to have to grab all those ideas from those. We think that it will enrich our club since it is an online club, so it's open for everyone. Now, the last respond, the table topic isn't very good. I'm happy to be here as a table topic master, and I can say this today meeting is an advanced club. Everyone speaks English very well, easily to be understood, and all those messages are well delivered. For doing this, I would like to give the control back for our beautiful time of today. Natalie, continue your journey, lady. Oh, okay. I think we're taking photo.
Okay, Rendra, maybe you can take photo first.
Okay. So I don't know, guys, what is in your mind if I say
The normal pose.
forgive?
Normal
Oh,
pose.
normal first. Okay, normal first.
Normal pose.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
turn on your video and make sure that your head in the center of the your head in the center of your slides. Okay. I will count 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. First photo delivered. Now the second one. If you heard the word forgive, what exactly your facial gesture looks like? Forgive. Show me your face of forgive. Wait a minute. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now the last one.
Masih ada.
Yes, of course, this is the last one. Show me your face of the word forget. I think I'm done my job. Give the control back to Tom. Tom, time is yours.
Thank you, Rendra. Thank you. But hey, I promised you a question in the beginning of the meeting. So now, Rendra, I put you back on a virtual stage as a table topic speaker, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
So Daisy, please record the table topic number 6, Rendra. My question is simple. How do you forgive yourself? It's simple, but it's deep. How do you forgive yourself, Toastmaster Rendra?
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, there are many things happens during my lifetime since I was born up to now. Those downs somehow too much painful to me. And I do realize if I keep the burden and on fire still in myself, I cannot jump, I cannot run, even I cannot walk. It will be a death sentence to me, and I do realize this clearly. So how I handle this, how I heal myself, praying first, ensure myself that I'm not alone. Being alone in that kind of situations can be so tragical. So I have to realize myself, I'm not alone. There's somebody close to me that I believe listening what the pain from my heart. And yet, after that, I plan what I can do. First is easiest the most. Forgive. It's my so hard, but I am praying with tears drop, forgiving, saying that I forgive a person or situations. And as I mentioned earlier, I let the time helping me forgetting things in certain way. I never forget the detail, but somehow the pain is gone. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have to reconcile with time. Time is a good friend. Believe it. If you can stay positive in every down situations, somehow you can be, as I mentioned, stronger wiser, and a little bit more clever. That's all. Give the control back to Tom. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Rendra. Thank you. I caught you by surprise. Okay, great. All right, thank you. And Daisy, may I know if everyone is eligible to be voted on? Yes, awesome. So if Pipit can share the Google form in the chat box, then feel free to click on the link and then cast your vote. One suggestion from me is that you can vote for yourself. Don't wait for others to vote for you, vote for yourself. Okay, thank you, Pipit. Now we're moving on to our last session of the day, the evaluation session. And for that, I would like to give the virtual stage control to our GE, Distinguished Toastmaster Pipit. Please welcome Pipit.
Thank you so much and welcome to the evaluation session. And today, Daisy will have breakfast, which is the evaluation itself, and then given by the champion of the evaluation speech contest. 2 years in a row?
Just
Right?
one.
Just one? Oh, but always in the top 3, the next one as well. Okay. So please welcome Natalie Chayadi, who will evaluate Daisy Batunan.
Look within you and look closely all around you. Toastmaster Daisy, I really love how you deliver your speech. It was full of good vibes, full of smile, and also your confident ooze from your pores. Even if we're meeting on Zoom, I can still feel that. I also feel like this speech, The Art of Paying Attention, is a real persuasive speech. There are 2 things that I particularly like and that is suitable to fulfill this project objective. The first one is there is a clear structure. Structure is very crucial in speech writing. Why? Because a clear structure helps improve comprehension and coherence of the speech presentation. And it also helps the audience to receive your idea better. I noticed that in your speech, there are opening, there's the definition of the topic, ikigai, for some of the audience who are not familiar with that. And there are 2 main points supported by explanation, pretty catchy. Look within you, look around you. And also personal stories and closing. So I feel like the structure is there and it helps me to still remember your speech, even though I've heard it like half an hour ago. The second thing that I love is your vocal variety. Vocal variety is crucial in speech presentation because you don't want to bore your audience by speaking in a monotonous vocal tone. And you demonstrated in 2 ways. The first one is speech pacing. What does speech pacing mean? Pacing is how fast the speaker speaks. If a speaker speaks too fast or too slow, the audience might lose their focus. They might get bored or they don't understand. So your speech pacing before was well paced that made it easier for me as your audience to follow and understand. The second thing that you did well on your vocal variety is you put emphasis. Emphasis is crucial because it gives a clue to the audience on the important point that you want to brought up. So well done on that. In terms of improvement, I'm going to focus on one thing, which is the purpose and how it relates to speech writing. Now, this is more like a general improvement that you can also apply not only in the speech, but also in the next speech. In general, there are 4 types of purposes, general purposes. Entertaining, when you want to entertain your audience. Informative, when you want to transfer new knowledge to your audience. Transfer of knowledge of the head. And the third one is inspirational, where you want to touch the heart of your audience. You want them to realize a new perspective. And the last one is persuasive. You engage both the heart and also the head. At the end, you want them to take action. I believe your speech is more persuasive because you want them to do something at the end of the speech. So for that, I would like to give recommendation. When you have determined a specific purpose of your speech, also you need to think the closing that is related to that specific purpose. For example, if your speech is mainly informative, at the closing, there needs to be a summary of the point that you have delivered. For a teacher or conference presentation, usually there must be a summary at the end of the topic or the main points that have been presented. If your speech is more into inspirational speech, at the end, you need to reinforce the message or the inspirational takeaway point that you want your audience to remember. And if your speech is persuasive, at the end, you need to give them a call to action. I believe your speech just now was persuasive. One thing that you need to add is to add a specific call to action. What does call to action look like? It can be a certain action that they need to take. For example, after this speech, I would like to encourage you to evaluate yourself, or if you have some material you want to share with them, share in the chat box. Ask them to do that exercise so it becomes more distinct and realistic. It's not just trying to close the speech, but you really want them to move forward and do something. So whenever you do another speech, pay attention to how the specific and general purpose reflected on how you write the speech, especially towards the closing. I can speak for ages and I don't really care if I'm overtime because it's more important for me to give Daisy all this input. Just one thing, if you have determined the purpose, look from general purpose, whether you want to inspire, you want to persuade, you want to entertain, or you want to just inform them. And from then, you can move on to the specific purpose. I noticed in your form that you mentioned your specific, let me just read it a moment. Your specific purpose is this speech aimed to inform the audience how the speaker can finally get her signature Ikigai self, also intends to inspire and persuade the audience to revisit and seek their signature Ikigai self. Sometimes what we need is focusing on one particular purpose first, so that we can really zoom in the structure and the writing. And from that, if you can add on other layers of purpose, then it will be easier for you to develop that speech or presentation. If you still have any questions, feel free to reach out to me after the meeting. Good job, and I'm looking forward for your next speech. Back to you, GE.
FYI, it was 6 minutes and 5 seconds. Almost as long as Daisy's speech. But it's okay. I'm sure it was done on a good faith, yeah, that Natalie generally wanted Daisy to improve on her speech. That's why she was willing to be overtime to achieve that. Okay, I definitely understand the sentiment because my students speak for 4 minutes times 3 people, right? And my evaluation is still longer than all of their speeches combined. So I get it. Don't worry. Okay, so but unfortunately that will make Natalie ineligible to be voted. Oh yeah, to be the best speaker. But it's okay. It's okay. All in a good fun. All right, so thank you, Natalie. And that was the end of the speech evaluation sessions. And I will move on to the evaluation session. Okay, so please welcome our accountant to deliver his accounting findings.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, GE Pipit. I would like to share my screen. Can you see it, everyone? Cool. So, based on my ears capable of listening all your words during a chance given to speak or a possibility given, so you may speak in English in this meeting. You can see over there, Natalie, Pipit, Rendra, Linda, Lin, Daisy, but it's not fair to myself because apparently I'm supposed to be make more than that. Yet I just write 2 for the lexical and 1 for the non-lexical. I would like to emphasize that this is not would like to capture your weakness or your mistake. However, it will help us to remind us that we still have room for improvement, because in the next formal or another meeting in another venue, we can learn that some or particular things can be reduced or avoided. Based on the lexical, you can see that the word so is so famous in today meeting. All those participants mentioned lot. All those combined 25. This is the record of today, because mostly of the meeting, the non-lexical in the column of A is the first. So today meeting, I call it, it's not a counter, but so counter, ladies. It's so counter. Because the so are so famous in today meeting. Okay, we are going to the right side of the non-lexical. As I mentioned earlier, what it used to be the majority of today meeting seems like maybe a little bit less than so, the ah. So what I can say for today meeting, we still there room for improvement. I myself made more of those 2 or 3. I assure myself. I can check it out in the video if it was downloaded later on. Yet, in today meeting, I'm very happy because we are used as less as possible, especially during a formal sessions like in a table topic, prepared speak session, and evaluation session. Mostly all these notes were made during our speech or sorry, our speaking during this meeting. So that's why I'm happy for that. I think those are the report that I can give to you, and I will copy it and paste this to the group for our betterment. I think that's all, GE. GE, I'll give the time back to you.
Thank you so much. Renda is always thorough in his counting accounting job. If you guys for some reasons object us to publish it, please tell us, okay? Because Rendra likes to publish everything. So yeah, if you don't want your name to be in that, just let us know. We will erase your name. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Now, Renda. Oh yeah. Okay. Let me check the form because Natalie offered to do the to do the certificate. Oh, okay. I'll tell Natalie. Only 5 people voted, but it's okay, Annette. Only 5 people vote. Okay. Okay. So then I will go to the GE. Oh, grammar. Sorry, grammarian. Yeah. I will share a screen. This is what I found. Can you see it? Yeah, it's funny. Grammarian supposed to be double M. Okay, so I wasn't able to catch much, but I hope this is enough or this will do. First of all, I will not feel the same hurt. So hurt cannot be a noun. I checked it online. A hurt is the activity of hurting others is possible, but for the feeling of hurt, it cannot be used as a noun. So I will not feel the same pain. Suggested, yeah. And then from the Taiwan, we cannot say Taiwan with the. However, we can use the if we say the full name of the country. So we cannot say the Indonesia, but we can say the Republic of Indonesia, right? So Taiwan is Taiwan or the Republic of China, the official name of Taiwan. And then someone said it's good to put harmony between people. It's supposed to be it's good to foster harmony, or it's good for fostering harmony between people. I see a lot of us say very with V and but pronounce it as F. Yeah. So in English, F and V are totally different. F is very soft, yeah. Ferry. Ferry is the ferry, the boat, the star ferry boat, right? But very is very. So F and V. I think I'm done my job. I think I've done my job. Or you probably say, I think I'm done with my job. Yeah, I think I'm done with my job. I think I've done my job. You don't want to bore your audience. I think the person meant to say bore, but I heard the D in the to bored your audience. So it's supposed to be, you don't want to bore your audience. Encourage. This is not encourage, but encourage. Encourage. Yeah. And then the next one is not pronunciation problem, but the stress problem. So it's not realistic, but realistic, right? So it's not realistic, but realistic. So the stress is shifted to the next syllable. And I said all in good faith or only in good fun. Mean you meant well or for the sake of fun. You did not mean bad. Yeah. So that was it. So that is what I can share for today as a grammarian. And then fast forward to the evaluation as a GE. There's a lot to evaluate today because obviously only 6 of us. So there's a lot of double role takers. So I cannot really criticize everyone for it because I'm sure we tried our best. And the situation is pretty tough. Not only it's during Ramadan, it's also the last weekend of Ramadan. And, you know, with the new time, things like that. So I really hope with all of the weaknesses that we see today or the flaws that we see today, we will still improve for the next meeting. So it doesn't color the image of Bhinneka to the guest, yeah, in a negative way, I hope. So I hope you give us another chance so you can see us in a full, what is it called? Full attendance, I hope, yeah, in the next meeting 3 weeks from now. And time is 3 hours later than now, which is 6 p.m. Jakarta time. So yeah, please pay attention. And then if you want to be included in the Toastmasters information group, please let me know as well so I can put you a WhatsApp group. But if Daisy is diligent to tell you when and where, I mean the Zoom details, thing like that, it is also okay. We know Daisy is dependable. Okay, so that is the evaluation for today, and that's it. What's the next one? Oh, certificate. Certificate.
Can you do guest comments first, please?
Oh, okay, guest comment. Yes, let's go with the L.I.
Yes, this is a very great meeting and I really enjoy it. And yeah, it's also my first time to join this kind of meeting. It's quite formal, so I'm a little bit nervous. And also, yeah, speaking English is also a challenge for me. I've been learning it and I've been trying hard, but I still have problems expressing myself sometimes. And yeah, and today's topic is really, really good, and it can help us to think, to reflect ourselves. And I've gained so much information from you from this meeting. I really like it, and really, I thank Daisy to invite me here. Yeah, just an hour before the meeting, so I'm kind of yeah, I didn't prepare anything, but I really like it. It's a very, very this is very beneficial for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Most people think English is actually a problem. The bigger problem, in my opinion, is if there are no ideas. So that's how I usually convince my students. I'm a debate coach, right? So if they want to win in a debate, English is their secondary skill, basically, whether or not they have good ideas. So it is useless if we have flawless English, but the ideas we want to share are actually nothing new, or it's overused or something. So in my opinion, yes, English is important. Yes, obviously that's why we're here to practice, but that is not the most important as a public speaker. All right, thank you so much. Now Natalie is ready to share the best
Yes, so the
speaker.
goes to Daisy.
Yay! Wait a minute. I would like to
Highlight.
pin Daisy first. Hold on. Okay, wait. Mamma mia. 3, 2, 1.
Daisy, smile.
Is it
Yeah,
done?
Daisy, I think you're supposed to be smiling, Daisy. Can I take again the photo of you? Ah, okay, no problem. I can edit every photo that you take me. I mean, you give me. Wait a minute. Sorry. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, that's better.
Okay,
think-
thank you, Ren.
Okay, that's
Congrats,
better.
And since the evaluator is over time, we go straight to the table topic speaker. The best table topic speaker for today is distinguished Toastmaster Pipit Andriani.
Yay! Wait a minute. I would like to remove pin and yes. Okay. And 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, cool. I think your girl is inside the frame. I think it's okay.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, back to you,
Okay,
co-host
cool.
and host.
Okay, thank you so much everyone for coming today. Happy Lebaran, happy holiday, happy doing whatever you want to do. And enjoy the rest of the Sunday and see you next week. Bye-bye.
See you next time.
So much,
Bye
everyone.
bye.
Bye, everyone.
Okay.